Good evening, I'm Riley Versfelt, and these are today's top Arizona stories. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions will visit Nogales tomorrow to tour the commercial port of entry and the border. A poll from Arizona State University's Morrison Institute found nearly 42% of Arizona residents know someone who has had an addiction to prescription painkillers. Students from Tucson's Palo Verde High Magnet School will head to Houston next week to test a robot they built in a competition against others around the world. Arizona Republican Senator Jeff Flake is on the 20-member committee that opened confirmation hearings today for Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch. Tucson Electric Power's sister company plans to build a transmission line connecting Arizona and Mexico. Unisource Energy will partner with a Texas company to build the line, which will allow utilities to buy and sell power between the two countries. The Tucson Police Department revealed that remains found in the rural part of Pima County a month ago belonged to a 6-year-old girl who disappeared 5 years ago. Police Chief Chris Magnus said Friday that DNA testing showed the remains were those of Isabel Solis, who was last seen at her family's home in April 2012. Chief Magnus did not say what led them to the site, but says the case is not closed. Numbers of foreign student applications to the University of Arizona are down 24% from last year, part of a nationwide trend. U of A officials say they've received 1,700 foreign student undergraduate applications for the fall, compared with 2,300 last year. The number of graduate student applications is down 9%. Tucson police and fire departments are considering combining communication centers to improve 911 response times. The two departments have separate dispatch centers. The idea is to move the departments into the same office to make the systems more efficient. Dozens of dogs were rescued from a house in Tucson. How animal hoarding is keeping Pima Animal Care busy and how you can help. Experts say if you are attacked by a swarm of bees, run, take cover in anything like a car or a house. As you can see behind me, crews are working hard all day on this broken pipeline, which is causing traffic delays. An aging infrastructure like this can cost the city up to $100 grand in repairs. A Pima County jail inmate escaped doing her community service. Deputies are looking for her now. They don't think she's gone far. We're here live on the west side and we're talking about traffic boxes. Whenever you see a traffic signal, you're guaranteed to have one of these boxes. One of the problems is that taggers love them. They get tagged, repainted by the city, tagged again, repainted, and it's an ongoing circle. But the city thinks it has a solution. These dancers are expressing the many emotions Beth Braun felt when she found out her daughter had been sexually assaulted.
Initially, I just actually didn't feel like I wanted to keep going.
After her daughter recovered in an inpatient treatment center, Beth created the Esperanza Dance Project to help herself cope and spread awareness about childhood sexual violence.
Dance is my way of connecting with youth. It's my way of expressing myself. And I've also made lots of dances over the years that have been, kind of social activist type pieces.
Beth wanted to help others in similar situations. Bailey Jacque is one dancer that found guidance through the Esperanza Dance Project.
I had just had an experience for myself, and it was really weird how the timing worked out. Just like a couple weeks later, she was like, hey, I'm starting this project, would you want to be involved?
Although not all of the company dancers have fallen victim to sexual assault, they are all trained activists and mentors for anyone seeking help.
It's not just a project. We don't just speak and dance and aren't just pretty to look at. We're changing people's lives, and I think that's what really matters.
This room I'm standing in is used for dance practice, but also as a safe haven for those seeking support and acceptance.
It absolutely saved my life. It was my form of therapy. It was my safe place.
These dancing feet are helping heal and change the world of sexual assault. For Arizona Cat's Eye, I'm Riley Versfelt. The Tucson Invitational Games, which hosts both college baseball and softball, is bringing big bucks to Tucson. In March alone, the Invitational has brought in more than $8 million.
Over 12,000 rooms here, so we have a lot of people that come into Tucson. Between parents, grandparents, and the coaches and fans. They're going out spending money at the restaurants, going shopping, going to attractions around Tucson. So I think it's very beneficial for Tucson.
The game started in 2002 with 14 teams. This year, that number has grown to 75.
To us, we were looking for someplace different to go. I'd gotten frustrated with Florida because of the rain, and the beauty of Tucson is it's a desert. So the almost guarantee that we'll get all our games in was a huge piece of it.
Players come from all around the country to enjoy Tucson's weather and play ball.
I think the weather is my favorite part. We're outside most of the time, so it's really nice to get a break. We've been inside the rec center. We practice in our rec center for 6-7 weeks.
The Tucson Invitational Games are held at Lincoln Park and the Keno Sports Complex. Most teams schedule their tournaments during their spring break. A team budget's about $31 grand for the Invitational. Coach Rushing estimates more than half of that goes to the Tucson economy, making businesses feel like they just hit a home run. Reporting for Arizona Cat's Eye, I'm Riley Versfelt.